Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Anderson, and it is Sunday, March 7th, and we are here with our 21st story in our 120 Bible Stories book. Last week, we saw how God called Moses to lead the people of Israel out of slavery in Egypt. Today, we're going to find out how God is going to make that happen. So let's dig right in. You all have probably heard of the plagues of Egypt before now, but Moses and Aaron go back to Egypt and they say to Pharaoh, "This is what God says, let my people go." And Pharaoh says, "Why would I want to do that? Who is this God that I should obey his voice?" And he actually makes the work of the people of Israel harder. And so God says, "Don't worry. I am still your faithful God who's going to bring you out of Egypt. And now I am going to do all sorts of signs and wonders in Egypt in order to make Pharaoh let you go." So the first plague was when Moses struck the water of the Nile with his staff and it turned into blood. And the magicians of Egypt were able to do the exact same thing by their secret arts, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not let the people go. Then the Lord sent frogs and gnats to cover the land, but Pharaoh hardened his heart and did not let the people go. Then the Lord killed all of the animals of the Egyptians, but protected the animals of the people of Israel. And he caused boils to break out on man and beast throughout the land of Egypt. But still Pharaoh would not let the people go, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. Then God rained hail upon the land, and it struck everything that was in Egypt except where the people of Israel lived. But Pharaoh still hardened his heart and would not let the people go. Then the Lord brought a huge swarm of locusts, and they ate all of the crops. And Pharaoh still would not let the people go. So Moses stretched his hand toward heaven, and then there was pitch darkness in all the land of Egypt for 3 straight days. It was a darkness that could be felt. It was that thick. And still the Lord hardens Pharaoh's heart, and he does not let the people go. Then Pharaoh says to Moses, "I want you to leave, and I want you to never see my face again, for on the day that you see my face, you will die." And Moses says, "Fine, that's fine. We'll do that." And there's one more plague that God has reserved for Pharaoh and the Egyptians to punish them for the way they have treated the Israelites. We'll come to that plague next week together. But for now, we're just going to focus on these 9 plagues. So that's the story of Moses and the plagues of Egypt. Pharaoh still doesn't let the people go after this, but there's another plague that's coming next week where he will let the people go. A couple of questions I want you all to think about together in your Sunday school classes. One, in this story, God hardens Pharaoh's heart so that he does not let the people of Israel go. What do you think that means? What does it mean that God hardened Pharaoh's heart? And then second question is the last plague that we talked about here, the 9th one. God sends darkness in the land of Egypt for 3 straight days. Is there a New Testament event that reminds you of? You may have to think a little hard about that. But there is an event in the New Testament where darkness plays a role. And when you guys are all done with that, you can move on with the rest of your Sunday school lesson. God's blessings to all of you. And we'll see you on here next week for story number 22 in our storybook. God's blessings, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.